Can I ask you a question? How'd you fall in love with Grambaria? So what happened that made her fall in love? It's hard to imagine a dangerous monster like her being an object of a one-sided love. I'll never forget. It happened 3 years ago. Stop! Don't come any closer! Let's do something fun together. It's fun to play with women sometimes too. Hey, do you want to become my plaything? Someone! Your lips are saying no, but your body is telling you yes! Help! Monster, what are you doing to the weak? If you have time to play around, you have time to improve yourself! Who are you? Some kind of ally of justice? This area is our territory. Or did you want to become a plaything too? Pathetic. Unable to even tell the difference between us. Seems I need to educate you. Ah! Huh. Only skill at running away. Thank you? Don't misunderstand. I wasn't helping you. I just don't like for the weak to be mistreated. Make sure you learn from this and cease walking alone. Yes, understand. Could you tell me your name? Grambaria, of the 4 Heavenly Knights. What a wonderful woman. Like that. I see. That was surprisingly cliche. I haven't seen her since then. But I want to meet her again. That's the way why I've spent all my time since then training. I was a complete amateur 3 years ago. But now I'm pretty amazing, don't you think? Huh. Well, granted, you are more amazing than Luca when he set out on his journey. Yeah, in your own kind of unique way. So why did you come to this pyramid? Are you just trying to test your own ability? She's from the dragon race. So I studied them in great detail. Apparently there's a law that dictates who they can get married to. Seems like they can only get married to someone who has passed the Dragon Seal trial here. I see, so that's why. The Grambaria has no idea you're doing this? Of course not! I haven't seen her since our first meeting. I swore to myself I wouldn't meet her until I was a suitable woman for her. That's awfully one-sided. Yeah, even in Paradox, they deal away with the seal trial altogether because the Dragon Girls frankly think it's creepy for someone to go and take the trial without them knowing about it first. She's doing everything she can to prepare to marry Grambaria. She's a fellow female. Hey, it's 2022, Luca. Get with the times. You know, it's possible that may not work even if you pass the trial. That won't be an issue. We can easily get over the racial barrier. More than race, I think the issue of your gender may be more a potential problem. No, it will not. Because we learned from the scene between Elma and Grambaria that Grambaria is only as straight as spaghetti. She's only straight until she gets wet. And since Sarah happens to become a succubus later, well then, she's more than well equipped to be in a relationship with Granbaria. We never get to see it in this trilogy, but I do hope that Paradox throws in a scene with her and Granbaria. That would be too perfect. This girl's a bit strange. By the way, why are you here? You said someone was caught inside a little while ago. They are. A noble. Since this is a secret request, I'll be a little ambiguous. Is it someone you know? A woman? No, I haven't met her yet. Coming here for someone you've never met. Are you here for love, too? No, not love. More like... the obligation of a hero, I guess? You're strange. Having such a strange girl calling me strange makes me a little depressed. Huh, the flow of wind is odd. Is this a group of something? I have no doubt that there's monsters in front of us. It seems like there's more than one. More wind powers? I want them too! They're coming! Don't let your guard down. Which, by the way, it seems like that you can get lesser wind spirits, so it's not impossible for Sarah to get wind powers. I take out my sword as the monsters surround us. The Nefrite Lamias. So let's see, there are 4 sisters, ranging from oldest to youngest. So I'll go... well, I guess I don't really need to go anywhere. I'll smash the 3 big ones, I'll adopt the small one. That's fine. In Paradox, these girls have a bit of a rivalry with other group monsters. Other than that, not too much to them. They're actually pretty strong in Paradox. But yes, I do like them. Anyway. Sorry, we can't let you pass by here. Sphinx said to only let strong humans pass by. She said we can feed on any weak ones, which these don't eat you that way. They just eat you, you know, the regular Luca way. There are a lot of them this time. Oh, just this many. Bold words from someone who's almost useless and about to be totally useless. Yeah! One of the Lamias suddenly attacks Sarah. Can you at least keep one occupied? Well, she coils her tail around Sarah and quickly seals off her move. But no, it's just the tail. What? Let me go! This little girl's pretty weak. I wonder how the boy is. Let go, Sarah, or else. This looks dangerous. I need to help Sarah. Alright. So, Thunder Thrust! Let's do it all once, sisters! Here we come! Group handy. Now, all once, everyone, make him feel good. That was surprisingly weak for all 4 of you. Sylph. Sister, let us use our hands. Just give in to the desire. I'll reach out. Ooh, nice crit. Bap. We all tie around it at once. I wonder if he can endure it. Let's see. Tails. Coil around him. Are you looking forward to being wrapped up by so many lamias? I actually am, but I can't just give in to the thirst here, so I'll have to escape. Look at this, bound by lamias. How does it feel having 4 lamias wrap around you? It must be unbearable! It struggles, doesn't break free. Aren't you actually happy about us coiling around you? Let's see who can suck the best. I won't lose. Luca, keep it up! It's too late, girl. This boy will be our food. He looks so pathetic. Everyone, tie him up. I want to feel him writhe around. Luca! Looking so pathetic in front of your companion. How humiliating. Get off! Oh, finally. I'm still in a tight spot. I don't have much HP to work with. Sylph, you better do some work there. Oh, slipping out like that? Let's see who's best at it. It sounds like fun. Sylph? I have to meditate. I wonder if he can endure a licking. Let's make him go crazy. So if you have it, may allow me to dodge one. Oh no, wrapping him again. If they get me, it's over. Ah! Okay, Sylph. You've earned your keep for now. Well, she wasn't exactly doing a whole lot except for allowing me to avoid that one. I just have to concentrate on getting them down at this point. Well, that time you did a lot more damage with that. One more and then a demon skull beheading should do it. Alright. Demon skull beheading! It's over! Get This human is strong. The lamias turned into normal snakes. Free-tailed lamias were defeated. Are you okay, Sarah? Hey, am I useless? Not useless, per se, except for that last battle. Last battle, yeah, you were pretty useless. But, the previous two, you did some damage. You even got the finishing blow into the mummy. That's something, right? Well, she isn't useful at all. I can't say it to her face like that. I mumbled unintelligibly as I walked further into the pyramid. Where is this? This place is very different from the narrow hallway. We finally reached the deepest part of the pyramid? Sphinx is supposed to be in the deepest part of the pyramid. Sarah explains as she walks around restlessly. What the? A grave wind surrounds my body. Something crazy is nearby. We finally reach her. Oh, you finally reached here. Oh, weak humans. Ah, Sphinx. So yeah, she's quite a complicated character. She's got a little bit of tragedy to her, still in mourning all these years after the loss of her loved one, regretting not making herself human. Yeah. Which, by the way, I think it's possible that... no, never mind that. I was wondering if, since the Tsubasa family has ancestry with monsters, they might provide the ring to Heinrich's family, which then would have used it, which then Marcellus would have given it to Lucifina. But a little while ago, I pretty well established that the Tsubasa family came around after Alice the Eighth, if they are only up to their 9th king. Anyway, so yeah, she's a very interesting character. And in the time loop event, you even get to a scene where you can marry her. So yes, totally smash her. An extremely strong looking monster appears in front of us. The sense of power coming off of her was leagues above the previous monsters. I don't think I'd be a match for her as I am now. You will not be. Especially since she is another monster immune to sealing. And she doesn't have the pesky fire weakness. Are you Sphinx? Indeed. I am the master of the pyramid. I am the judge that watches over the deaths of those who would attempt the dragon seal trial. So you are the final judge of the trial? Correct. If I deem you unworthy, I shall swallow you whole. You still wish to continue? Which, by the way, if she deems us unworthy, she only swallows Luca whole, which is kind of bull. He's not here for the trial. That'd be a problem. I don't want to deal with this trial. I just want to save the princess. Excuse me, can I ask you a question? I have no reason to answer your questions, bitch. The only thing I will acknowledge from you is whether you are taking the trial or not. If you aren't going to take it, leave at once. I understand. I'll take it. Won't you acknowledge me if I'm not taking the trial? I guess I'll have to go along with it then. So what is the final trial? Do we have to fight you? It's not possible for a mere human to beat me. Well, if you want to get technical, it's not really possible for a mere human to beat the other ones either. At least not for something at a normal soldier level. I guess the king of Tsubasa might be able to do it. Anyway. It would be a pointless trial if the final task was impossible. What am I supposed to do then? The final trial is a test of your mental power. You must answer my riddles. I prefer the wise. Fools deserve to be nothing but food. Riddles? Uh-oh. Things through is not my strong point. No. No, it is not, Luca. Sarah, is this going to be okay? Of course! Probably. I studied a lot growing up, after all. Alright. I'll count on you, then. Sarah and I turn towards the Sphinx as we wait for her first question. Now, I ask of thee, what goes on 4 legs at dawn, 2 at noon, and 3 at dusk, human? Eh? Such a widely known riddle is the final trial? Even I've heard of this one before. I shout out before Sarah. A human! Even a child has heard that one. That was easy. Wait, was the riddle a trick? Correct. 4 is as a baby crawling. 2 as an adult walking. 3 as an elder supported by a cane. Not that I need to explain to someone who answered correct. Sphinx's eyes narrow. Was that really the final trial? That's kind of anticlimactic. Then we shall proceed with the next question. Why am I asking you riddles? Eh? Trial isn't over yet? Do you know the answer, Sarah? Sarah slowly shakes her head no. Besides, what the hell kind of riddle is this? Isn't she just asking us about her own personal motive? How smart Sarah is. How could she know what Sphinx is thinking? Why is she asking us riddles? Let's see. It's just a bad habit. I mean, the correct answer is to understand man's transcendence. But there is another correct answer. I'm pretty sure it's just a bad habit. Is that or because... Yeah, it's just a bad habit. It's just like a bad habit of yours? What an interesting response, boy. I don't even know myself if it's just a habit of mine now. I've asked that question to everyone who has come before me. For hundreds of years, no one has ever responded with that. My careless answer seems to have made the Sphinx laugh. Is this good? Or bad? That isn't quite the answer, but I shall accept it. Perhaps it is a habit after hundreds of years. After that man died. For so long. Sphinx laughing face slowly turned sorrowful. Now, the final question. In our words, I shall decide everything. So and I both hold our breath. Finally, the last question. Why are you taking this trial? Yeah? Last question is... Why we're taking the trial? Is that more like... An interview question? I can't even answer this. Or can I even answer this? Should I answer honestly? Leave it to Sarah. I'll leave it to you, Sarah. Eh? Me? Sarah has a blank look on her face. Do you not have an answer? If you do not give me a reason, I shall not acknowledge you. To begin with, I didn't come here to take the trial. I came here for another reason, but decided to go with Sarah. That's why I don't have the ability to answer your question. The one who should answer is Sarah. Huh. Your words are true. Then I shall ask the girl. Why are you taking this trial? I'm sorry. I can't give a good reason. I'm just doing this to get closer to the one I love. Sphinx falls silent at Sarah's words. What? Is that not good enough? Would for honor or for justice have been better? Why would you hesitate to answer with that? Remember, the trial is to decide who is worthy to marry a dragon. This dragon seal trial is intended to be for marriage between man and monster. However, none have attempted it thus far with that as their reason. So far, the desire for the riches contained in this pyramid have been their goal. Are you truly taking this trial in the name of love? Your legs at dawn, 2 at noon, 3 at dusk. That is, a human. Nobody actually thinks about the meaning of this riddle. Attempting to marry a monster. Do you not realize the fatal flaw? The short-lived nature of man? In other words, even if a human marries a monster, they will never live as long as their partner? Correct. It is inevitable that the monster will be forced to watch their partner die. That human may have had a satisfactory life, but the monster will be forced to live on, separated from their love for far too long. I mean, that only assumes you both go to natural deaths. Like, accidents happen. Well, that... Wait, are you talking about yourself? 1,000. Oh, so it was 1,000 years ago. Okay, never mind. Scratched my thought earlier. Only 9 kings in 1,000 years? They must live longer lives. Jesus. House the 8th was only 800 years ago. So yeah, it was 1,000 years ago. Well, then that brings back the topic of the ring. If the Sphinx was considering turning human to die with her lover, but couldn't do it, she could have had the ring. She could have passed it down. Then, when Heinrich's child was adopted by the Lamia family, they could have been gifted the ring in order to keep that a secret, that Heinrich's child is a descendant of Alice the Eighth. Then they could have they would eventually leave Ramina, and then eventually down to Marcellus, who would keep the ring, not at that point not knowing why he's been asked to wear it all the time, until he finally gives it to Lucifina, who can then wear it and turn into a normal human, and then pass it on to Luca. It's perfect! Perfect, I say! 1,000 years ago, I loved a human. He was the hero Sabasa, the emperor of the burning sands. Eh? The first king? Correct. Our child became the next lord of the Sabasa castle. For generations, the descendants of our child have ruled over this land. So that's what happened. I have heard that monster blood was mixed in the royal family. That monster was Sphinx? My love slowly aged. Yeah, very slowly, apparently. As I could do nothing but watch him die. I wanted to use my magic to turn him into a monster, prolong his life. But he refused. He wished to face his death as a human. We were together until his death. Then I was alone. It was possible for me to die as a human. There is power in this world that can seal a monster as a human. Yeah, Luca has it. If I used that, I could have met death together with him. But I did not. I was scared of death. If my love and I both die, none would remember him in this world. Having every memory of his vanish from the world terrified me. Thus I was separated from my love by death. For 1,000 years I have been alone. Your name was Luca, was it not? You also hold a strange fate. Ah, so you know. If it was you, what would you have chosen? Eh? Me? To live on, separated by death. To die with my love, or to live together as monsters. Well, I mean, Luca's basically a monster already. Is it just the gender swapping that was the hold up for the Tsubasa hero? He didn't want to become a woman. Hell with it. I say live together as monsters. Why the hell not? I would have lived together as monsters. I also consider forcing him to live as a monster against his will. But he was a very proud man. To trample over that, I would have trampled on his existence itself. I could not do such a thing. Should I have placed his life over his pride? She cast her sad gaze towards Sarah. For one who loves a monster, the true trial is ahead. That is all I wish to say. I understand. I will never forget your pain. I am bound together with Granberria. What will I do? Well, you'll be a monster, so you really don't have to make the choice. When the time comes, I won't forget this. I won't forget either. In a world where man and monster coexist together, her story is critically important. You two have passed the trial. Now, I shall present you with the proof of your accomplishment. Eh? Suddenly, a small emblem of a dragon floats over the back of my hand for a few seconds before making a mark on my skin. What is that? Seems as though the same emblem appeared over Sarah's hand. I didn't particularly care about completing the trial, though. Ah, I completely forgot! The kidnapped princess was taken here! I know nothing about that. I'm the master of this pyramid. I know everything that happens here. There is no kidnapped princess here. Yeah? Princess of Tsubasa! She should be here! What the hell are you talking about? Sarah suddenly shouts at me. What's wrong, Sarah? Do you know something? The Princess of Tsubasa is me. Ah! Ah! My eyes widen as I stare at her in surprise. 3 days ago, A monster broke in your window and kidnapped you. I kicked out the window of my room and snuck out of the castle. Yeah, did you have to kick it out? Really? I'm guessing you've snuck out before, that's why your father locked your window, huh? Yeah, my father would have never allowed me to come here. A single word was left in horrible, hate-filled writing. Pyramid? It's true I left a message with my destination. What the hell is with the horrible hate-filled? Is my handwriting that bad? So you left the castle of your own free will. Thought there might be an issue in not coming back for 3 days. They thought I was kidnapped? To think, I was right next to the princess the whole time. Well, it's not like she would have let you just pick her up and carry her back to the castle. She's larger than you and she's got the armor. So yeah, that would have worked. Although, if it meant getting her reward sooner, I'm sure Alice would have picked her up and yeeted her to the castle. I sigh as the power drains from my body. After all that fighting, I could have been finished right from the start. The issue seems to be resolved. I shall bestow this upon you as well. Sphinx holds out a beautiful translucent yellow gem. This gem looks familiar. That's right. When I defeated those bandits, I got a red one that looks similar. Other than the color, it's identical. That's a magical item called the Yellow Orb. Though it has been kept in this pyramid, it's no longer amusing to stop thieves and others from attempting to steal it. Therefore, I shall give it to you. Now, all the raid parties can go attack you in order to try to take this jewel. Have fun with that! I'm not interested in magical items. Take it, Luca. Eh? You don't mind? Then, I'll take it. I don't know if it's useful. It couldn't hurt to take it. Looks like I have 2 of these orbs now. I don't know what to do with them. Hey, Sphinx. What's this orb used for? It's used to revive the holy wings. But you need all 6. Sell it or use it as an ornament. Do what you wish with it. I see. I don't really get it. I put the strange gem into my bag. I said I have lived in solitude and regret for years. But now I see it was not in vain. After 1,000 years, I can once again see the flames that burn bright in his eyes. In you. So, I mean, if you want to see your descendants, you could, leave the castle instead of just staying cooped up in here like some grandma complaining about families never coming to see her anymore. Eh? And me? Since Sarah is the princess, she must be a descendant of Sphinx. Seeing something that reminds her of her love after 1,000 years must be shocking for her. Now, farewell, humans. Like him, continue to live a noble life. Leaving that final message, Sphinx vanishes. And after 1,000 years, she still loves him. That's amazing. Yeah. Her sad story is still leaving me short words. Yeah, this story is one of my favorite stories in this game. So yeah. I'm glad the princess is safe. It was a pointless quest after all. No, it's not. If you don't do it, Sarah dies and you don't get the good ending. You weren't even kidnapped. It wasn't pointless. I hate to say it, but without you, I never would have made it this far. Thank you. I guess it wasn't all a waste to come here. Sarah narrows her eyes as she looks at the emblem on the back of her hand. Please wait, Granberria. I'll meet you again soon for sure. Are you going to meet her? At the Monster Lord's castle? That would be the best place to start for sure. I heard that she was recently in Iliasburg. I wonder if she's still around here somewhere. Yeah, what about what about San Ilia? That's closer and more recent. I hope she comes to Sabasa Castle. She came, the castle would be in even worse shape. Anyway, let's get out of here. There's nothing left for us to do in here. That's true. I'll trust you to escort me, little hero. I guess she is a princess after all. Could this be interpreted as a hero saving a princess? Yes. Yes, she'd be dead if not for you. Mummy Girl, or especially Cobra Girl, would have killed her. It's not quite what I imagined. We walk out of the pyramid as I try to think of how to interpret the result of my rescue. Nefrite Lamia. 4 sisters of the same mother that serve Sphinx. Just like most lamias, they coil their catch as they play with them. Given the role to test challengers of the trial, they play with anyone deemed unqualified as a group. With the 4 of them coiling around the man, they will take turns bad touching him, forcing him to finish repeatedly. They will also mate for reproduction if they like the man. They will again take turns bad touching him. If the man is too weak, he will die from the bad touch. If he is strong enough to survive, he will spend the rest of his life shared by the 4 lamias as they keep him as a group sex slave. Luca succumbed to the lamia's group attack. The lamias kept Luca as a sex slave and took turns bad touching him for the rest of his life. Was it fun being played with by a group of lamias? Given your record, I wouldn't be surprised if you would have rather been eaten. Now, you don't even have to pretend like Sarah isn't there. It's not like she's useful anyway. You will take continuous damage in this battle, so don't neglect your health, especially after being restrained. Sylph isn't particularly effective here. It may be more efficient to use your SP at the end of the to end the battle quickly. Now go, oh brave Luca. You're almost to the deepest part of the pyramid. Sphinx. A mixed beast monster that guards the pyramid, believed to be older than 1,000 years old. Through her long life, she has come to wield powerful magic. Through various circumstances, she has become the judge over the Dragon Seal trial. However, it seems she despairs at her role and lives her life immersed in hopelessness. Those who fail the trial are violently bad touched, then eaten. She forces her prey to be entranced by pleasure as she swallows them whole and slowly digests them inside her gigantic stomach. Her enormous magic, built up over hundreds of years, renders her all but immune to any type of sealing magic. Luca ascended to heaven due to the Sphinx's ancient technique. After that, Luca was slowly digested inside her. As expected, he came here. As soon as you answered her riddle like that, I knew I would be seeing you. You cannot win this fight. Even if you bring her health to 0, she will revive. Sphinx uses a variety of nasty abilities. Isis lovemaking will both damage and put you in a trance. Sylph can block the attack, so be sure to use her. Kiss of Death will kill you in a single blow. Sylph cannot block it, so you must protect yourself as she charges up. If you reduce her HP to 0, she may use a new ability. Now go, oh brave Luca. Your only choice to continue your quest is to avoid this fight.